Okay, so this will be a very weird video because I am confused. I am really confused. So this dude, Colby Boucher 6391, have left a lot of comments, and the problem with that is that he claims to be where? Yeah. So he claims to be a hard determinist, but he is unable to understand that you can still make a choice even though it's predetermined. It sounds absurd to him, and I really can't understand that. I will try to explain it, but to me it's obvious. Like, making a choice is an action, the same as kicking a ball. And saying that if making a choice is predetermined, that means you don't make a choice, sounds to me, if it was predetermined that I kicked a ball, means I didn't kick the ball. Like, it's absolutely absurd. And to them, it's absolutely absurd that making a choice, even though it's predetermined, is still making a choice. Like there is something weird going here. And since I don't understand what the problem is, I'll ask my friend Bob here to explain it in better terms than I can, because I don't understand what the problem is. I hope my prompt is correct. That's that's the crux of the question. I hope. I'm not trying to skew the results. I'm just like, if my prompt is bad, let me know in the comments. I'll make another one. It's no biggie. I just want to like bridge the gap, because obviously there is a gap. He does this all the time. Someone named Bob. You're Bob! Your name is Bob. That's the thing about DeepSeek. Every time I name him Bob, and he goes through some sort of existential crisis because of that. Okay. Yeah, I like this. I like, yeah. Great. Okay. Thank you, Bob. Yeah. Determinism and fatalism. Yes. Yeah. Okay. No, don't talk about morality. I've debunked that in another video. Yeah. Okay. Let's read this. Okay. It doesn't suggest its effect is caused by prior events and the laws of nature. If we knew all prior, yes. Okay. Make a choice is subjective experience. Okay. So since I forgot your name, Colby. I'll call you Colby. Colby. Since you refused to give me a definition, well, you tried, but you failed miserably. I'm sorry. No shade. Yeah, so I asked you to give me a definition of making a choice, and you gave me making a decision is the ability to decide something. Yeah, but like, you didn't give me the definition of, like, making a choice is deciding something. Well, deciding something is making a choice. That's not a definition. Okay, so definition. Making a choice is the subjective experience of weighing options, feeling desires, reasoning, and acting. That's a definition. Yeah? It's a subjective experience of weighing options. No, well, the rest doesn't matter. So when you make a choice, you have a choice. Yeah. So there are different options you can choose from. So you can choose option B, you can choose option A, you can choose option C, and so on. And making a choice is picking one of what's available to you. That's the action. Yeah. All actions are predetermined, and that is the action you do. So you just pick option B. Still deliberate. Yeah. still feel responsible because you make the choice. Your brain is still processing the information. Yeah. Because it's an action. Yeah. Why these don't conflict? Choices are a part of the causal chain. Chains. There are many of them. There are always many chains. Your decision isn't overruled by determinism. Yes. It is the result of prior causes. Yes. You make a choice because your brain decision-making process is the mechanism determinism uses. So, like, basically you perform an action. That's why it's real, like it exists. It's what happened. I could have chosen otherwise is an illusion, because yes, it was predetermined. It feels like you could pick tea instead of coffee, but in a deterministic world which we live in, only one outcome was ever possible given prior conditions. Yeah. The feeling of freedom arises because you can't rewind time and test alternatives. The feeling of freedom arises because you evolved this way. Humans didn't evolve to see the world in objective way. Every evolution is to survive. Like, feeling of freedom is what we survived with, as well as our vision, which is very limited compared to the light spectrum, our hearing, and even dogs hear better than us, and so on and so forth. We are very limited. Our bodies limit our perception, and feeling of free will, feeling of the existence of free will, is one of those illusions that we possess because of our bodies. If we had different bodies, we would have different experiences. Determinism isn't fatalism. Also, maybe I'll make another video dedicated entirely to this. That determinism isn't fatalism, and determinism isn't also what's fatalism. There is another one that's similar to determinism and fatalism, and I don't remember the name. Fatalism says, your choice doesn't matter, outcomes are fixed regardless. That's not what fatalism is, but okay. Determinism says, your choices matter because they are causes that shape the outcomes. Yeah, I like this line. Choices matter because they are the causes that shape outcomes. Every action has a consequence, and making a choice is also one of those actions that make a consequence. If you chose coffee, the choice causes coffee to be drunk. It's very nearsighted. The consequences of choosing coffee will be revealed in 2,500 years in the future. But, okay. It also causes coffee to be drunk, obviously. A simple analogy. Imagine a computer running complex code. Predetermined. The code output is fixed once input data are set. Yeah, obviously. Making a choice. The program still runs calculations, evaluates if-then logic, and then decides an output. The computer isn't free to ignore its code, but it's still performing decision-making process. Yeah, this is the part that's obvious to me and somehow is in the blind zone for other people. Making a choice is an action. You just perform an action. Like you're kicking the ball, you're performing an action. You're making a choice, you're performing an action. Just because it's predetermined doesn't mean you don't do this action. You do. Why this matters? Okay. Yeah. It's not perfect, but okay. Even in determinism, we hold people accountable because their choices reflect their character and influence others. That is covered in another video. Meaning, your choices still shape your life, they are just a part of a larger causal story. Well, basically, like, among countless of other events, you making a choice is still leading to some consequences. No. Delete that. Brains use deterministic processes to generate decisions. That doesn't make choices less real. Yeah. Because it's still an action that you perform. In short, predetermined describes the chains of causes. Making a choice describes the human experience with those chains. You still deliberate, act, and live with consequences. You're just not uncaused. You're just not that doesn't sound like a correct sentence in English, but okay. It's like being the main character in a movie. Your choices drive this. Oh, it's a nice analogy. It's like being the main character in a movie. You chose to write the story, but the script was written in advance. Yeah, precisely. Does that revolve detention? Yeah, yes, it does. Thank you, Bob. I'm happy to go. No. Next time. Maybe next time. Okay, so he basically said the same thing. Just making a choice is one of the actions you make. And there is nothing special about that action. The same way, like, you don't magically obtain free will when you make a choice just because you're human. Yeah? The same way, like, making a choice is not different from any other actions you take. That's all. I hope that's enough, because I really don't understand how your logic works. Because, like, to me, it's obvious. Like, I'm explaining something obvious and no shade. Like, I don't blame you for not being able to understand that. Because I'm not being able to understand your idea, and you're very adamant about it, because, like, you're very adamant about this idea. Okay, so Colby, let me know. I've made this video specifically for you, because there were other people that said the same thing, but, like, if you weren't responding to me that much, I wouldn't make this video. Yeah, determinism is freedom.